JonnyPink, this is the Los Angeles River yet again, because I love shooting here. I have my R5 Mark II, and I switched to a short lens just for right now because there was a snowy egret sitting over here. Hunting, and it was fun watching it dance around. I got some of it with the long lens, and I was shooting at a high frame rate. Now some 8K with the short one. It has since gone that way, so I think I may wander that way a little bit too and see if I can't get something, but yeah, follow me. Let's see how long this thing stays tracking me. Short setup. Come on, we're gonna go this way. See if I can do it without it falling over. I've got my 200 to 800 with me, and the reason I came out today was to I get a lot of questions about, do you shoot in crop mode? I do not. Last time I did a Google search, crop mode, it's about 60% of the frame size that you have, roughly. Figure that, of your sensor. So do the math. If you're shooting on a 24 megapixel sensor, by the time you get in there, you're probably at about 15 megapixels, which I guess is fine. And a 45 megapixel sensor, by the time you get into that, let's say that you're at about 33, which puts you about where the R7 is, somewhere in there. That's just rough, quick, top of my head math while I'm speaking to the camera, or to you guys. Oh, he's hunting here again, so I'm gonna have to get back down here and see if I can't get him dancing around. So for this, I just wanted to start with a little bit of video of this beautiful little snowy egret. I pulled out my short lens. This is the lens I bought specifically for video to replace my EF 17-40, which I think is still, it's an L lens, a phenomenal lens. This is an L lens as well. And the lens that I'm shooting on, the 24 millimeter, is an old EF lens, very light, which works on my Hohem and allows me to track like this when I'm moving because it balances well on there. This is the best gimbal I have used. Let's get some video of that, shall we? Let's see what that looks like. There we go. So this Hohem right here is really about the best I have ever used. I've tried Yongnuo and Feng Shui and all these other ones, and DJI. I can't stand DJI, I just tell you that right now. And the other ones that I've used, they're good, But this one I found to be way better. The only problem is it doesn't take the heavy cameras, so I have to use a small lens. I can't get it balanced with a bigger lens, and then I exceed the weight rating. You can see Tony back there, but this is my Hohem, and I think it is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, my Snowy's gone over there. So I'm going to switch back to my 200 to 800. So I've been asked, as I said, do I shoot in crop mode? No, I do not. I'd rather crop it in post, figuring that if I didn't get the framing that I want, I can always move it in post, and I do that a lot. Oh, you want it centered? No, I don't. Sometimes I want things off to the side. Sometimes I want them off to the other side. It really just depends on what my mood is and what the mood of that particular photo is. Do I do it perfectly? Gosh, no. I just have fun. Oh, and this is my travel tripod, which works really well for getting down for video. It'd work fine for getting up high too. Handles the big lens as well because I was shooting video on that, and you probably already saw that. Real quick tutorial for those that think that this particular this hot shoe cover is hard to get off on the R5. It's not. There's a button on the back. You push that. You put your thumb down on the front of this thing and you push, and it comes right off without stress. Again, what you do is you put your thumb down on the front, push down so that you have this kind of forward motion on it. Push the button at the same time and slide it back. Slides right off. No fuss, no muss. Piece of cake, man. It works. I don't think it's that hard. I don't know why people seem to be struggling with it. But while I've got things sitting here, let me shoot a couple of photos in both, and then you can see the comparison. Poor light, and as I said in one of my other videos, I'll leave a couple linked up over here. The 200-800, I thought, when I first got it, I hated it. And I hate the placement of the focus ring in the back. That allows me to change my exposure compensation. That's the way I have it set, though. The focus ring changes my exposure compensation. It works well. And I've liked it better on full frame, the R5, the R3, the R8, the R7, 6, 3, 2, whatever which one the last one was. Those are the cameras that I've liked it on best, is the full frame. But on this R5 II, I am really, really liking it. I found, for me, and the way I shoot, the pairing of the two seems to be a winning combination. I'll be shooting hummingbirds. Well, by the time this comes out, that's where I'll be shooting hummingbirds again in Peyton in Arizona. And that is the lens right now that I'm planning on using. Even in the low light like this, I am impressed. Sometimes it struggles to focus on the little tiny birds. I missed it. But that's okay. No camera's perfect, no system, no setup is perfect. You have to work around the limitations of whatever you're shooting. So I tend to ramble too much when I'm standing here talking to the camera, but all these things that I'm thinking about constantly when I'm not shooting are just rolling through my head, clouding up my limited resources. My memory banks are full. Let me share a couple of things with you. Right now, again, I'm going to switch lenses and I'm going to start shooting out this way, both crop and non-crop. Okay, check this out. Okay, now I'm back coming to you live. It looks like I forgot to hit record, which happens once in a while. I now have the 200 to 800 on here. The Snowy is just sitting there. So I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna get a couple of shots with it. First, I'm gonna shoot in full mode so you can see that. In crop mode, when you shoot in crop mode, you're not really getting a true crop. You're just using a portion of the you're just using a portion of the sensor. It's not the same as shooting an actual crop sensor body, like the R7 at 33 megapixels. But right now I am in crop mode. I just shot a couple in full frame, so I'm gonna get back down here and do the same thing all over again. There we go. It's crop sensor. Oh yeah, today I'm shooting in pre-capture too. I was going to try that out next week when I'm shooting hummingbirds. I will be shooting, well, when you see this coming out, I will be shooting hummingbirds with pre-capture. Particular camera, the tracking is just so amazing. Is it perfect? No, nope, nope. Never say anything is perfect. It's amazing. It's the best that we've got so far. The technology that we have access to these days is pretty doggone incredible. No matter what camera system you're shooting, whether it's Sony, Nikon, or the Hohem system is supposed to be pretty neat. And I do plan on renting that sometime, probably late October or in November. There's swallows all over the place here. But again, this lens here, I thought about getting rid of it actually because I was not that impressed with it. However, on this R5 II, I have really, really been enjoying it. I think it has been, on this R5 II, I think it has been absolutely phenomenal. Trying to keep this one shorter than some of the others. I'm going to do some of my fake drone shots, which you probably already saw. And if you're curious how I do that, I set my, well, let me show you. If you follow me over here in my bag of all my junk that I carry with me constantly, I attach my GoPro setting 120 frames per second on this. I can extend it. And this gimbal is made by Grab Grip. Make sure I'm set in 120 frames per second and towards the center, not cinematic, although cinematic is pretty cool too. Going into ultra slow motion. I've got other things I can put on here to make it even longer. Overkill is stupid? Absolutely. Fun? Isn't that what life is all about? Okay, here we go. I am recording and I've got set low. It's basically a big long jib arm. And people have been doing stuff like this with their cell phones and for a very long time. I'm nothing new and nothing original. There's some amazing people doing amazing things out there. JonnyPink, thank you so much for letting me share with you. I know this one's a little bit different, but do you shoot in crop mode is a question that I get a lot. I don't. I don't like shooting in crop mode. I want to shoot everything full frame all the time. And that's it, man. Thank you for letting me share with you. I appreciate it. Like, I can't tell you. Have a fantastic day, whatever it is you're going to do. Hello, little bee. Give it a thumbs up. It's the only thing I ever ask. It helps out the channel, helps out the algorithm. And if you got something out of it, cool. Leave me a comment down below, please. If you thought it was crap and stupid, that's okay too. Leave me that comment. JonnyPink. I'll see you guys. Thanks a lot, man. We'll see you. Absolutely love the zoom on this thing. I'm enjoying that. It's a lot of fun. JonnyPink, thanks a lot, man. We'll see you guys.